Welcome to G Fun Facts Online. What if I told you that your family dog, the one currently snoozing on your couch or begging for a treat, could be a key player in saving endangered species or protecting our food supply? It sounds like science fiction, but all over the world, an army of Labradors, Beagles, and Terriers are becoming frontline ecologists. This isn't about specially bred superdogs. It's about harnessing the incredible power of your pet's nose, combined with the dedication of owners, to transform them into invaluable partners for science. Today, we're exploring how citizen science is turning our pets into bona fide environmental researchers. One of the most urgent battlegrounds where these canine scientists are making their mark is in the fight against invasive species. These non-native plants and animals can completely devastate ecosystems and cause billions of dollars in agricultural damage. Early detection is everything, but it's often like finding a needle in a global haystack. A perfect example is the spotted lanternfly. This insect, native to Asia, has spread across the United States, threatening vineyards, orchards, and forests. The key to stopping them is to find and destroy their egg masses before they hatch. The problem? These egg masses are notoriously difficult to spot, often looking like a simple smear of mud on a tree or a rock. Human search teams can easily miss them. So researchers at Virginia Tech had a radical idea. Could ordinary pet dogs be trained to find them? They launched a groundbreaking project, recruiting hundreds of volunteer dog and owner teams, many of whom were already doing recreational scent work, just for fun. These teams were sent non-hatching egg masses to use as training aids. The results were staggering. In controlled indoor tests, the citizen science dogs correctly identified the lanternfly egg masses 82% of the time. Now, in the much more complex real-world outdoor trials, their accuracy was still an impressive 61%, which was significantly better than what human-only search teams could achieve. This study proved for the first time that a decentralized army of volunteer-led dog teams could achieve detection rates comparable to highly specialized, professional conservation dogs. And it didn't stop there. A follow-up study found that these same teams could be trained to detect powdery mildew, a fungal disease in grapevines, with over 90% accuracy. This is a game-changer for agriculture, and this isn't just happening in the US. In Germany, a project is training pet dogs to find invasive plants like Japanese knotweed, while in Hawaii, volunteers and their dogs patrol hiking trails to sniff out invasive devilweed. But it's not just about finding threats, it's also about finding clues. One of the most important roles for dogs in ecology is finding something a bit less glamorous: wildlife scat. Yes, poop. To a biologist, a pile of animal droppings is a treasure trove of information. From a single scat sample, scientists can extract DNA to identify the species, its sex, and even track individual animals to estimate population size. They can analyze what the animal has been eating, check for stress or reproductive hormones, and even detect environmental pollutants, all without ever having to trap or disturb the animal itself. The challenge is that finding scat from rare or elusive species is incredibly difficult for us humans. But a dog navigates the world through its nose, with a sense of smell up to 100,000 times more powerful than ours. A trained dog can find target scat from incredible distances, far outperforming its human partners. In the Otway Ranges of Victoria, Australia, a team of community volunteers and their pet dogs are helping to save the endangered tiger quoll, the largest marsupial carnivore on the Australian mainland. The quoll population is small and fragmented, and finding them is nearly impossible. So, the Otway's Conservation Dogs program trains volunteers and their own pets, from rescue dogs to purebreds, to find quoll scats. The data they collect is vital for understanding where the quolls are, how the population is doing, and how to protect their habitat. It's a powerful example of community-led conservation, where devoted owners and their dogs become the frontline defense for a threatened species. So you might be wondering, could my dog do this? The answer is, quite possibly. The training process is adapted from professional methods but designed to be fun. It's all built on positive reinforcement. The dog learns to associate a target scent, like lanternfly eggs or quoll scat, with a fantastic reward, like its favorite toy or a tasty treat. They are trained to give a clear, passive signal, like a sit or a down, so they don't disturb the sample. The human half of the team gets trained too, learning to read their dog's subtle body language, understand how wind affects scent, and how to properly record and handle scientific samples. Interestingly, studies show that while most volunteers start out just looking for a fun activity to do with their dog, a fascinating shift happens. As they participate in real field work, they develop a profound connection to the ecosystem they are helping to protect, becoming passionate advocates for conservation. Of course, it's not without challenges. Researchers need to ensure the data is high quality and account for variability between different dog and handler teams. And most importantly, the welfare of the dogs is paramount. The work must be something the dog genuinely enjoys. But the potential is immense. The contributions of our dogs aren't even limited to scent work. Because they share our homes and our parks, they are exposed to the same environmental contaminants we are. But with their shorter lifespans, diseases that might take decades to develop in a person can appear in just a few years in a dog, making them an invaluable early warning system for environmental health hazards. Projects like the Dog Aging Project collect health data from thousands of dogs, while other studies use special silicone tags on pet collars that passively absorb chemicals from the environment, linking exposure to health outcomes that can inform both veterinary and human public health. The future of this field is bright. Technology, like mobile apps and wearable sensors, will make data collection even more efficient. And the applications are expanding, from detecting plant diseases in rare plants to monitoring pollution hotspots. As we face growing environmental challenges, we need innovative and scalable solutions. Canine citizen science is exactly that. It's a powerful movement that democratizes science, deepens the bond we share with our animals, and reminds us that sometimes the key to protecting our planet is hiding in plain sight, wagging its tail, and just waiting for the command. Go find.